Self-inflated pillow, sleeping bag on the cot. Hopefully that will kind of keep me off the ground and maybe give me a layer of insulation. But there it is. And check out the front view. Alright, this is how we're gonna make coffee. I've got a pot of water on here. Turn it on. Make sure it's lit. You can't really see the propane during the daytime. But that's going. You can see the heat on the bottom. So we'll boil the water, and then I can put coffee directly in here, and it'll filter and strain it directly into my cup. All right, water boiling, coffee positioned. Pretty good. Here I am, Buffalo Bill Reservoir. Just finished camping. And I was gonna do a little dip in the water. It's pretty frigid, very cold, colder than I thought. And it's very slimy over here. So I think I'm gonna go to a different beach and get in there, but that bad at all. Feels really good, actually. I kind of want to make a habit of like dipping my feet into the bodies of water that I visit, if I can remember. Being from Colorado, like a lot of the water is ice runoff, so it's extremely cold. And you know, we're still in the Rockies, so I'm sure it's pretty much the same here. That was my first camping trip since I've been out here. It's a lot different. You know, we're more in Wyoming, and everything about this lake and the surrounding area is very much more Wyoming. Yellowstone's environment is so much different, and coming out here kind of made me appreciate that, because Yellowstone is much more woodsy, much more piney, whereas a lot of Wyoming is, I don't know, it's a little more red, a little more beige, different types of trees. There's a lot of like water-based kind of trees, cottonwoods and that kind of thing. And this whole view is pretty amazing. I wanted to go across there and spend a lot of time across the river there, but I don't think there's actually really a road that goes on this side of the mountain. So what I ended up doing is I ended up driving into town that way, going around this big mountain to my right, and driving up through here, and I went way back there through all these ranch homes and stuff. It was really beautiful. I saw a lot of like incredible ranches, and it was a little inspiring, to be honest. I would love to live on a ranch like that, kind of secluded, but still in a community, still with neighbors, still pretty close to town. They have a pretty good setup over there. But yeah, that was my first run. That was my first time sleeping on a cot, and my first time using an inflatable pillow, and I think those two things are a game changer. Both of those things are gonna make it way more comfortable to camp. The cot is about 20 pounds, so there is a weight cost, but it's really not, I mean, that's like light enough to carry fairly easily. It doesn't really fit in my kit. The cot and the pillow make a much more comfortable sleeping experience than on the ground. You know, it's not amazing, it's not luxurious, but those two things are pretty awesome. And the inflatable pillow has a really small footprint, it's very small, and both of them are pretty compact, easy to take with you, and make for a pretty nice little camping setup. It's about 50 bucks for the cot too, so pretty reasonable. And the pillow I got for like $12. And I also bought a camp stove. I cooked a ton on that. I cooked a whole potato, which is, I mean, really a potato, a raw potato is about as challenging as you can get. It did take like probably a full hour to boil it and get it there, but the stove did it. 40 bucks. I got the Ozark Trail one from Walmart. To be honest, I think you might be better off going with the $60 Coleman one. I feel like the Coleman one would be higher quality, but it gets the job done. Really, that was my first time camping, testing out all that gear. I'm still borrowing the sleeping bag and the tent itself from my parents, but everything else is mine, so I pretty much have a full camping kit. Even a tent, like a Coleman 4-person tent, the Coleman Sundome is like 70 bucks, which is super cheap, super worth getting. The other thing I might consider upgrading with is getting some kind of power hub. You can get solar panels to recharge a battery and then use that battery to recharge phones, cameras, laptops, etc. Not that we're doing a ton of technology stuff out here, but because I do photography as well as my phone, if I run out of battery on any of my devices, that's it. I don't have any generator, I don't have anything except my car, and the little 12-volt plugs, the car chargers, they don't charge very fast, at least not the one that I have. So it would be nice to have a portable power station. If it's powerful enough to run something like, let's say, power tools, that could also be really incredible. So I think it might be one of my goals to get that, to upgrade to that bad boy, because I think that would take the whole camping to the next level. And other than that, I don't really know what else I would need. I might do a full video of my entire camping kit soon, but I was just testing out the cot, the pillow, you know, some other stuff, blanket, the Coleman stove, or the Ozark Trail stove, the cook stove, propane stove. Yeah, there we go. First camping trip while I'm up here. I may try and get into the Grand Tetons to camp, and I do want to camp in Yellowstone if I can. I think it'll be fine, especially in a campground with a lot of people, and I have bear spray, and if I get eaten by a bear, whatever. I just hope he doesn't eat me face first. Ooh.